a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now. Told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog. Yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk. Don't care what they say. I don't got no patience. I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it. Running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym. I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work. Told them it's strictly business. And I see through the face. They all just burning bridges. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it, dog, like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. Been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it now, I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen them down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a mill, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a Don just like the Perrier. It's my time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Told him come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream. I don't know if this glitch is coming through to you guys, but this something's going on with this computer. I don't know what it is. I don't want it anymore. We're going to be giving it away on Friday's live stream. If we hit 750 likes on tonight's live stream, I would literally give this computer away for free. It's supposed to be like a good PC. It's like got all new stuff in it, but it literally doesn't work. So keep that in mind. But with all that being said, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another Frankie Candles live stream where we have Bitcoin creeping to the upside, approaching some key levels of resistance. Are we going to be able to break through these levels and get a bigger move to the upside, or are we about to break down and maybe just continue range and be boring for a little while here? So I'm going to break down all the price action for you guys. We're taking a look at the key levels of support and resistance, and I want to talk about kind of my overall thoughts on the market. That is, if this computer survives, either it is going to we'll have to see what happens. Maybe we'll rage live stream today. But guys, we're going to be talking about the price action. I want to talk to you guys about some specific things that we're looking at here on the price. I do think it is possible to get another little drop to the downside here, not necessarily breaking our current lows, but as we look at kind of the local range that we're sitting in, it could be possible to kind of just wiggle sideways here a little bit. But we're going to be taking a look at everything on tonight's live stream. So shout out to the Candle Mafia and welcome in. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get. Shout out to Rob. Fun fact today, guys, I literally don't even have a Chrome open. ExoChart closed. I couldn't even open Task Manager. I can't even move my mouse. This is brutal, guys. Restart here or something, even though the first 3 didn't do anything. But we're going to try to power through this, guys. It actually might be difficult. I'm not going to lie. Let me go ahead. I'm going to close Discord. Literally the only thing open right now is TradingView and OBS. And just completely wonked out. But we're going to try. Brutal, guys. We might not be able to do the stream. This thing is completely broken. But we're going to try to power through it, guys. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto. Glitching. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, glitching for sure. Okay. Well, then computer, bro. It's a coin hoover. I will take this computer out live on stream tonight, guys. I don't care. Yeah, I can't even move. Yeah, are we really glitching that bad, guys? Maybe. I will try to restart here. We'll see if it fixes up here in a minute. Let's see. Do it. Yo, shout out to Food Forest. Says you're fired. Let's see. Treat the computer like a calf. It just needs a little bit of a slap. Let's see. Cody is back at it again. Shout out to B-Rad Crypto. Getting better now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to power through this, guys. But if not, I am literally going to go buy a new computer tonight. If I probably can't get one by tonight, but I'm going to order one tonight because this thing is ridiculous. But with all that being said, guys, I want to break down the charts for you guys. Smash that like button. It might be a super short stream tonight as the technical difficulties might take us out here. But I want to go ahead and cover these key levels of support and resistance we're looking at. Kind of what I'm expecting out of price here coming up next. Let me actually try to restart TradingView as well. Let's go ahead and close out TradingView before we go ahead and jump on into the charts. BTC is glitching too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me go ahead and bada boom. Bada bing. Maybe we just had to restart TradingView. It actually, I actually did just stop stuttering. Not that TradingView should, glitch out an expensive PC like this. Interesting. Very, PC. Shout out to Bitfrog. I'll tell you what, if we have a stream tonight for technical difficulties, I will give this entire computer away. I might just get outside the studio here and someone can get up. But let's see. AKA Shorty, shout out to Alex. But here we are. If we can get TradingView to start up here. Yeah, it's still garbage. But let's go ahead, guys, and jump on into the chart. Smash that like button. I heard the more likes that we get, the quicker the computer becomes. If I could go ahead and wait for the and I can't even change screens here. Let's see here. Bada boom. Are we showing the screen? Did it work? Is it even working? Is it even working? This is going to be impossible. Okay. All right, here we are. All right, we're moving. This is better than before. I think we could get this done. All right, so jumping on into the price action here, guys. What I want to talk about here is it seems like your network is no. This has nothing to do with. I mean, maybe the network is up. No, my computer is stuttering. Like trading is stuttering. Definitely not the best either. Love from Italy. Shout out to Masso. Shout out to thank you for tuning in. But let's go ahead and jump in here, guys. As long as you can see the chart, even if I am glitched out here a little bit, you should be able to get the gist of things. Now, as you know, guys, we've kind of been bing-bonging around in this local range here. Between about, value area high coming in between about 58,230, value area low coming in at 55,450. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. I think Mrs. Candles might be messing up the stream here. It is our dating anniversary, I guess, technically a wedding anniversary or anything. But maybe she's messing up the tech to end the stream early so we can go go out to eat or something. Yo, shout out to Great K. Yo, Mrs. Candles cannot do that. You have to make some noise when you come in here, otherwise you're gonna catch the never mind. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Are you sabotaging the tech here? Are you trying to give us technical difficulties so we go out to eat? No. All right. She said it's raining, which has nothing to do with what I said. But shout out to Mrs. Candles for bringing the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. I appreciate it. But as we can see here, guys, we are still just kind of bing-bonging around inside of our volume profile. Now, we did about, we were looking at long, yo, Mrs. Candles' hands in the chat. We need some Mrs. Candles' hands to come here and fix this computer. But streaming Netflix on devices to hurry up the date. Shout out to you. But here we are, guys. We did have a long setup here from the bottom of the range. As you guys know, when we have these local ranges kind of forming, we do look for longs at the lows and shorts at the highs, and we just scalp the heck out of these ranges until they wind up breaking to the downside. Yeah. Tony D says that there's no video YouTube or something. Yeah, I don't know. Well, YouTube is either the computer's breaking YouTube or YouTube's breaking the computer. But anyway, continuing on here, guys, as we look at this range, we are long, or I am not personally long, but we did have long setups here from the low, but we're just basically scalping these lower time frames, guys, looking at these local ranges, extracting as much money as possible out of these markets while we wait for Bitcoin to make its next move. And, I talk about this a lot. It's not always about figuring out when that next big move is going to happen, although it is nice to catch those longs from the bottom and the shorts from the top. But, all we need is this volatility, little ups and downs, and we can make plenty of money. Now, I am sitting in a fresh short position from the value area high here, as we did see some bearish signals to look for that short position. It is a little bit of a smaller position, but if we do wind up coming back down into this range, heading towards the POC and the value area low, we could potentially just get another rotation of the volume profile. And to be quite honest with you guys, in the short term, I am just going to be kind of day playing this local range, as we were talking about yesterday, until we get that big break to the upside. Now, or should I say, or big move to the downside. But if we pull up Market Cipher here, you guys can see, right, are we more likely to get the break to the downside to the upside? Now, one thing I am looking at on the medium time frames here is that 2-hour money flow crossover into the green. Now, we talked about this recently. Obviously, we scalp these lower time frames, right, as we have these local volume profiles, right? But then, people always hit me with that question, Frankie, what happens when we eventually break out of the range, right? And I always answer that with the same answer, and that is typically if we do get a break to the downside, we are going to be short from the top, right? If price did wind up just breaking down here and coming lower, I am in a short position at the top, as that's where we look for our shorts at that value area high. And although I did not personally take a position, not because it wasn't a good trade, I just wasn't there to take the position, but if we did wind up getting the big break to the upside, which may be possible based off this 2-hour money flow, we are very often, at least in the premium Discord, we are very often long from the bottom, right? So it's kind of just catching those longs and shorts until the range decides to break down or it decides to break up. And when that does happen, we are oftentimes in positions from the opposite end of the range. So I'm going to go ahead. Wait, give me 1 second, guys. So, I think Mrs. Candle's on the phone. We are in the short from the top here, and that's just kind of how we play these local ranges, right? We want to be long from the bottoms, short from the tops. However, with this 2-hour money flow crossover into the green here, it is possible, right, for us to potentially get a move back to the upside. And I'm going to talk about some local levels that I'm looking at above here in case we do get that bigger break to the upside, in which case I will simply just get stopped out of my short position and price will just continue to run. Typically, guys, the position I'm typically in at this point is I'm in the long position with my stop loss at my entry point or, very likely in profit. And I'm just waiting for, either the short to get stopped out or the long to get stopped out. However, I'm not in the long, right? So, that's just not technically the case right now. But I will just get stopped out of my short in a small loss and then look for the bigger move to the upside and then maybe look for some extra short positions as we move up to higher prices. So 2-hour money flow crossing over into the green could potentially call for the trend to continue up. So if we do wind up getting the pullback here, it may just be a small pullback before putting in a higher low and then finally getting that bigger breakout of the range based off that 2-hour money flow, right? And remember, the money flow indicates the longer term trend. So we can get these ebbs and flows. However, if that money flow is going to continue into the green, we can expect a pullback and then a continuation to the upside. So I will capitalize on that short term, no pun intended, and then see if we can get that bigger move up. Now, there are other reasons why I am holding this short from the top here, and one of those reasons lies on the 4-hour, right? We have the red dot looking to print here. Potentially, it's not really that close. VWAP is coming down, looking for that red dot somewhat soon, hopefully. But as you can see here, I am also watching this 15-minute money flow crossing over into the red. We also have a 30-minute bearish divergence confirmed here as we came up, put those higher highs on price action into our key level of resistance, which was that value area high of the range. And then we had the lower highs on our momentum waves giving us that bearish divergence into the value area high, which could potentially call for another rejection back down into the volume profile. And that would be the hope, at least in terms of my short position up here. Now, not only did we get the divergences, guys, but we did actually get some local swing failure patterns right here, basically a swing failure of that value area high, but it's really the swing failure of this wick up here. We came up, wicked above that level, came back down, closed below, and then on top of that, we have the divergences, which could potentially call for that move to the downside. So that's just kind of some insight into why I looked for that short position. Will it play out? We don't know. Hopefully, if the TA plays out here, we may be able to get it a little deeper in profit, but for the most part, guys, that 2-hour money flow in the more medium term, right? Not immediately, but in the medium term, even if we get a pullback here, potentially could give us that bigger move to the upside. I'm going to talk about those key levels of resistance above in just a second. Now, you don't want to ignore this $58,884.786 Fibonacci level. So if we do get above that this golden pocket / value area high, the next logical place for price to go is going to be that 786. But in the grand scheme of things, if that 2-hour money flow winds up playing out and giving us the bigger move to the upside, I will be looking at this larger Fibonacci level, sitting with our golden pocket right here between about 59,761 and 60,100. This is a very, very key level because we also, if I could open XO charts right now, I would, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. The computer will literally smoke and go on fire, and I don't want to. The computer's going to break. I'm going to leave the computer broken. I'm not going to burn down the studio. But that golden pocket right here, guys, is going to be the kind of larger area of resistance that I'll be looking at if we do get up there. So this golden pocket and the 786 sitting at 61.5. Now, we also do have another level here, guys. Let me see if I can pull it up here on TradingView. We do have a daily naked point of control in that area, at least on XO charts. Yeah, we have a daily naked right here at about 62.7, 62.670. However, it's not the MPOC that I'm personally looking at on XO charts. Let me see if I can change some settings here to get that MPOC. Let's go to number of rows. And no, we don't have it on here. Should I try to fire up XO charts? Let's try it. Let's see if it breaks. Okay, smoking a little bit. It's smoking a little bit. It's getting hot. My calves are heating up. And you guys know if my calves heat up too much, they pop like popcorn, and they become gigantic. It's actually pretty scary to see. Let's see. Okay, so here we are. We actually did not die here. I feel like the computer's less stuttery now. All we needed was the sentiment and the feeling and the vibe and the aura of the CandleMafia in the presence of this computer, and just like that, it whipped into shape. But while this loads up, let's go back to TradingView. This is going to be the longer-term resistance, guys. Again, coming in, this whole Fibonacci retracement is coming in between 59,761 and about 61,550. 61,541, but just call that even number there. But that's going to be the next Fibonacci or the next real resistance if we do continue the upside. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, Frankie, listen, if you break that value area high, why are you looking at that zone? And it's very, 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 very simple. This is the shout out to Tony D says, I texted Mrs. Candles and told her to disconnect everything from your network besides your PC. I'm not sure if she did. Yeah, she probably not. I'm not struggling. My internet seems fine. I'm not struggling with the internet at all. It's the actual computer. It's actually better now, though. It just stopped stuttering, which God only knows. We opened XO charts, and it got better. But anyway, guys, if we do get that bigger break to the upside, this is, the reason I am looking at this zone is what, right? Simple reason. If we come up and we are going to put in another lower high and continue a bigger breakdown towards our next key level, which, by the way, sits between $51,000 and $52,000, where we have a monthly naked point of control, as well as this naked value area, this is going to be a very, very high probability area to put that lower high in before continuing the downtrend. So that is going to be the next major level of resistance that I'm looking at. And then if we're able to flip $61,000, or basically the 786, if we're able to get back above that 786, at that point, we are getting closer to the value area low of the previous range, which still remains key resistance, right? So we still have a lot of work to do here to just flip bullish completely. But if we are able to get above that value area low, that's where we can look for the bigger move up, assuming that price action and the actual indicators still look bullish there. However, For the most part, this is the next local area of resistance that I'm looking at if we get that bigger breakout. But short term, I do think we could potentially pull back a little bit more here based off the lower time frames. That 30-minute bull div, the SFP that I just showed you guys, I think shorter term we could probably come down a little bit more. And then maybe if we put in a higher low, we can get that bigger breakout. But for the most part, guys, that is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Other than that, if we zoom out, obviously, not really that much has changed here, right? We're just simply hovering right above our next key level of support. Higher time frame money flow has not necessarily gotten much better. We come on over to the 2-day. We do have the green dot, right? So I'm going to talk about that in a second. But that money flow crossover into the red, like this is not like we don't have money flow like shooting back to the upside aggressively or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Higher time frames still at this point technically lean more bearish as far as the continuation of the trend. However, with our green dot on the 2-day, this could potentially, this is another reason why on top of that 2-hour money flow, we could look for a potential continuation up here. And it's the simple fact that the green dot could give us another pop to the upside. Very similar to what we were looking for. Let me get rid of that fib. What we were looking at back here on this last 2-day green dot, looking for that pop to the upside, but we knew as money flow was crossing over into the red that trend was likely to continue to the downside, and that pop to the upside would likely be a lackluster pump to put in a lower high and then continue that downtrend, breaking the structure to the downside. And it's the same exact thing right here. Now, granted, we are a little bit more oversold here, so maybe we can get a little bit of a stronger pop, but we still have to be careful of potential macro lower highs before putting in that next bigger move to the downside until the higher time frame money flow decides to curve back up towards the green. So with that, all that being said, guys, that's basically what we're looking at here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just kind of been in this local range. If you guys are looking for the day trades or those little scalp positions, this is the range I'm looking at. Once again, sitting between about 58,230 and 55,500. That is going to be the major levels that I'm looking at as far as the scalp. And then we get that bigger breakout to the higher Fibonacci levels, the 2-day green dot. If it gives us that push to the upside, we can look to those higher resistance levels for pullbacks. Shout out to Golden. Golden's out here. He doesn't care about the tech problems. He's gifting those Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go. Oh, I have headphones in. I was like, why can't I hear that? Shout out to Golden. Drop that golden emoji if you guys just got a free membership. Shout out to Golden and all the support you show the channel. And I know the Candle Mafia is pumped. If you have not been getting any gifted memberships, guys, you might have to change your YouTube settings and switch it over to make sure that you have gifting enabled. I think it's disabled by default, so you got to make sure you change that. You got to make sure that you change that setting. Let's see. Shout out to, hang on. Oh, shout out to Kalichi said, why the 80-minute time frame? Shout out to Kalichi. Great question. No specific reason. It just happened to be the lower time frame that I clicked to show that shorter term range. But yeah. But if you're wondering why I have that 80-minute time frame even saved here, it's simply because it is a 1/16th strategy, kind of an unofficial 1/16th strategy on Market Cypher, because I believe, unless my math is messed up, before I embarrass myself here, let me see here. Yeah, it's because when you have that 5-minute money flow crossover, in turn, alongside that 80-minute red dot, we're actually seeing the setup take place right here. Shout out to Kalichi. Thank you for bringing this up. 80-minute red dot, right? As you guys know, when we have a daily red dot or a daily green dot, we like to look down to the 90-minute money flow crossovers to indicate that bigger move to the upside. Same thing with the 4-hour and the 15-minute. But this is just simply another 1/16th Market Cypher strategy. With the 80-minute red dot, we can look for the 5-minute money flow crossovers into the red to indicate when the move is likely to start, right? So right now, we're actually getting very close to getting that money flow crossover on the 5-minute with that 80-minute red dot. So when we do wind up getting that 80-minute red dot, or I'm sorry, when we wind up getting that 5-minute money flow crossover into the red, that could be where the bigger move down begins, right? So yeah, kind of like a wonked out 1/16th strategy. I don't think it's official, but it is something that I do keep in mind. There are some like kind of wonky 1/16th strategy time frames that I look at, and they do wind up working out more often than not. So we'll have to see. Maybe we get this 5-minute money flow crossover during the stream before that bigger move to the downside. Let me see. I would show you the trade, but I had to close all my tabs to see if I could get the computer to work. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull up Blowfin on my phone so I can try to show you guys the trade. Not that it's anything. It's actually, I mean, it's basically a break even right now because I just entered it. But let me go ahead and pull up the futures. So there you go. It is a $21,000 position, up about 2%. And there you go. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. There it is. It's a real position. It's open. It's open. But yeah, up about $50. Basically, like I said, at break even. We'll see if that little scalp can come down a little bit to capitalize on that short position before potentially seeing another bounce and that 2-hour money flow giving us the bigger move to the upside, right? And if we do wind up pulling up, let's pull some fibs here. Yeah, maybe we can get something like a little pullback, right? Bada boom. And then get a bounce off that golden pocket potentially. Yeah, this is why we look at the volume profiles, right? Because even if I were looking at this golden pocket or 786 retracement level, for the most part, the interesting longs would be had down here at the value area low, which again is in line with that 786. I can't go back to it. Let me pull it again. Bada boom, depending on where you, yeah, I guess we'll pull it from this wick to the high, right? Your 786 is pretty close to that value area low. So if I were looking for that 786 retracement, look like get a quick little wick down there, look for the long before the push back up. However, I would probably just watch the volume profile. We'll see if this can continue to play out here. But other than that, guys, this is Bitcoin. Bing bong. Sideways and boring, but never boring for the CandleMafia because we get those longs and those shorts in on the day trades. But other than that, just waiting to see if we can get another push to the upside. Key levels of support down below remain exactly the same, 51 to 52K, which also is not impossible to see, guys. Still think this could be potentially on the table, even if we get that 2-day green dot to give us that bigger move up. If we get a pump to the upside over, tonight and into tomorrow, we're going to come back here and be like, guys, what were we looking at last night for a potential pump to the upside? We had that 2-day green dot to give us that move up, and especially if over the next week or so we get another push down and we put in that lower high on that golden pocket 786 retracement level, we're going to come back here and we're going to talk about this rejection. If it does happen, we're going to be talking about that just like we were talking about this 2-day green dot. Well, let me pull up the actual 2-day. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? I want to make sure everyone understands that because these are all things that we were looking for and wound up seeing happen, right? So we got the bounce off the 2-day green dot, and we were looking for the lower high to come in at this golden pocket value area low 786 zone, and then we got it, right? So after it happens, it's like, guys, we saw the move up off the 2-day green dot, and then we put in the lower high on the value area low golden pocket, and then we get the bigger move to the downside to break structure, right? It's going to be the same thing in this case. We're going to come up potentially, right? No guarantees, but potentially we could get up there to that 786 golden pocket, and if we do wind up getting the bigger move down, we're going to come back and look like, hey, guys, this is like the same exact thing that we were looking at back here. And I want you guys to kind of understand this and learn from it, right? Go to the charts, back test this stuff, see how the market moves, see how often price goes into those Fibonacci 786 golden pocket retracements before putting in lower highs and continuing, or higher lows and continuing to the upside. But go back test this, right? This is how we anticipate the moves before they happen. Shout out to Golden. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you so much. He says, watch the boring Federal Reserve financial inclusion practices and innovation live stream from today. Summary, banks are hurting, but focused on adoption. Crypto scares them because they cannot make a profit from crypto. LFG. I almost said the whole thing there. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. I'm going to like that super chat. And yeah, they scared of us, baby. They scared of us. Yeah, shout out to Golden. He said the best part was the last hour, FYI. Golden just saving us that time. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. So, Verified Trader said Golden. What a legend. Absolutely. Shout out to Golden, man. Shout out to Thirsty. Said, how do you see a red dot? That is simply just on Market Cipher, right? So right now we're getting a double green dot on the 2-day here. This is indicative of a retracement to the upside, right? I always say money flow indicates a longer-term trend. This is how we were able to predict this lower high coming in, giving that premium Discord the short setup from up here to look for that bigger move to the downside. And the reason we were able to predict that is because of this money flow crossover into the red, because money flow indicates the longer-term trend. The red and the green dots indicate the ebbs and the flows in the market, right? So remember that. This bounce to the upside, just like that previous green dot, could just be a lackluster move up before getting the bigger move down to key support, right? Monthly naked point of control, naked value area. And again, even if this 2-day green dot winds up giving us a bigger move up, we are still potentially at risk of putting in a lower high when you pull this Fibonacci retracement from the absolute high to the absolute low, that golden pocket is still hovering right around that value area low, and you also have confluence here on the POC. So we do sometimes see price bounce back to the upside and even test the point of control before getting the bigger move to the downside. And we've actually shown this in the past. We've gone back in the price action and shown examples of this happening. Oftentimes, you will come up and test that POC before the bigger move down. So if we do get past our local Fibonacci retracements, right, which again are the levels I gave you guys before, right here, if we get past these, could potentially just be coming up for more of that macro retracement, if that makes sense, right? But until then, we are just scalping the lower time frames and riding the ups and downs until we could catch that bigger trade. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Thirsty. Said, oh, okay, thanks. I always wondered that. Shout out to you, brother. We got DZ's Peanuts in the chat. What is going on? Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. He said Golden Waterfall. Shout out to Crypto Billy. By the way, guys, shout out to Crypto Billy. His children's book just was released on Amazon. Hang on, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Bada boom, Billy Goat Tales. Boom. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I might want to. I will share this link, guys. I will bring this up tomorrow. Shout out to Bill. Actually, Billy, if you want to drop the link in here, drop that link. I'll click it. We'll open it up, and I'll show it live on stream. So if you got any youngins in your life, guys, and you got to teach them about Bitcoin early, go ahead and check out Crypto Billy's new book. Drop it in the chat, brother. He said, don't crash the stream, bro. Shout out to Crypto Billy. But, yeah, continuing on, guys. Let's see. Oh, God, shout out to K Diggity. Said, okay, start the stream. I got a notification of a compromised password and spent the last 20 minutes turning knobs and fondling websites. Shout out to K Diggity. But there you go, guys. That is what we're looking at on Bitcoin for the most part. I wish I could pull that trade up, but I don't want to risk opening Chrome right now with the technical difficulties, which do seem to have gotten better ever since I opened ExoCharts. Maybe it's because ExoCharts is open on my computer like 99% of the time. I closed it, and it was like, oh, my God, what's happening? Oh, my God. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Ethereum, guys. Oh, there we go. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Let's see. Let me go ahead, and I don't want to, like, leak my I don't know if I'm going to leak anything personal here. Let me go ahead and pull up that link for Crypto Billy. There we go. Let me see. Okay, I'm not signed in. Bada boom. So, guys, definitely go check out Crypto Billy's new book, Billy Goat Tales, The Bridge to Bitcoin. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Go check this out. I already bought it, and I will be giving it to my nephew, as well as keeping a copy for myself. So go check that out, guys. Link in the chat. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Let's go. But let's continue on here. Onto Ethereum, which is basically in the same exact situation as Bitcoin. Just sitting kind of in our lower range here, which I will show you guys. I'll pull it from down here in a second. But very simply put, right, just kind of wiggling sideways here as Bitcoin is in its kind of local range. If we were to pull a volume profile on ETH, I would be pulling it like this. Actually, I'd probably pull it to here. But there you go, right? You just have that local range. Can mark this out for you guys. Bada boom. Whoops. Neutral. Bada bing. Bada boom. There we go, right? So between about 3,100 almost, right? 3,091 all the way down to about 2,941 is that local profile. So I guess in this case, actually, this is the Bitstamp chart, but your POC is slammed on that value area high. So you're technically losing your value area high and your POC with a 4-hour red dot printing. Let's check that 15-minute money flow. In the red here, check the 30-minute, 30-minute blood diamond potentially. 30-minute blood diamond. See if that can get you back down to the value area low. But again, you know, bringing up the medium time frames, that 2-hour money flow is your hope. It's for sure the 2-hour is your bullish case here on, not only Bitcoin, but also Ethereum. Once that money flow crosses over into the green, right, maybe these lower time frames, that 4-hour red dot, that 15-minute money flow crossover, that 30-minute blood diamond, could potentially bring you down a little more here. However, could still potentially get that bigger move up. Remember, money flow indicates a longer-term trend, not the immediate moves in the market, right? This 2-hour red dot might give us the move down right? But as long as money flow crosses into the green, we would expect a higher low and a continuation back up. Now, key levels of resistance above on Ethereum is the value area low at 32.21. You also have a golden pocket retracement sitting at 32.47. So this whole box is going to be key resistance. And I would bring up like more local levels of resistance, but to be quite honest with you, like we're kind of already there. We've already tapped this golden pocket almost, and then that 786 is super, super close to the value area low, closer to about $3,200. So, once we get past this golden pocket, that value area low level is probably going to be pretty close to coming in, right? So we get back above here. That's your next key zone of resistance. So keep that in mind, and that real first level is between 32.73 and 32.19. Let's see. Bada boom. Verified Trader said, Frankie, when you get it, if you get a chance, can you look at the DXY on the 4-hour bear div? Sweet. It had. Thanks, my man. Shout out to Verified Trader. Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, guys, like very similar to Bitcoin. 2-hour money flow could cross over, give us the bigger move, but locally, we might come back for a little bit of a retracement. If we pull our Fibonacci retracement, yeah, I mean, it brings you back down to the value area low. Very simply put, guys, I don't want to overcomplicate this. Scalping the range until it breaks out or breaks down, right? That's simply how I trade. If it breaks up, we'll look for more shorts or enjoy long from the lows. I'm not in a long right now, but 2-hour money flow could continue us up. Short term, might get a little retracement, right? And then long term, like 2-day, we're looking for more downside, at least as of right now. All right, let's see. Yeah, shout out to Golden says, I'm never someone to recommend something from the Federal Reserve, but this live stream was very interesting, and the overlap between the banks of the world and various different crypto projects. Wow. Shout out to Golden. It's like their last hope. It's like their last hope for it's almost like, wouldn't be surprised if we see even more FUD, right? Because if they really feel like crypto is inevitable, and they're probably going to want to like dump it first so they can get everything in that they need before really sending it off to the moon. Shout out to Tony D said, so shout out, by the way, guys, I did film a tutorial today. This is actually came by request. Some people were asking for an exchange breakdown, what everything on the exchange means, what all the buttons do, all that good stuff, the different types of orders, how to set your stop loss, how to take partial profits. So I did make a blow fin tutorial today. Actually, I had to shoot 2 times, but we did make it, breaking everything down. We talk a little bit about leverage trading. It's basically a how to trade with leverage tutorial, but it is on Blowfin. And Tony D said if FEMEX is not supported in your region, you could check out Blowfin. It is available in the U.S. I know a lot of people are having a hard time. With finding exchanges that are available in their area. So I'll go ahead and pin that chat. You guys can check out Blowfin. Obviously, we love FEMEX too if it's available in your area. Obviously, highly recommend that. But I just know a lot of people are struggling finding exchanges. So Blowfin might be the one for you. Let's see. Shout out to Connor. Said, yo, do you trade options, Frankie? I do not trade options. Shout out to Connor. I'm surprised that's the first time I've heard that question. I do not trade options. Let's see. If for some reason they banned crypto or something, I might have to go switch over to options. But let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Now a TradingView tutorial, please. Shout out to Fabian. We actually have a TradingView tutorial. We have a couple of TradingView tutorials, I think, on the channel. They are pretty old, but lucky for you guys, we are looking to remake those. So maybe TradingView tutorial next. Let me know if that's what you guys want to see. We'll drop that as the next tutorial, just kind of an overall kind of tutorial on TradingView, and then maybe we'll make another video on how I start my TA and that kind of how I go through the charts, do top-down analysis. We're going to be coming out with some really good tutorials coming up here pretty soon. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. And let's go ahead and check out that DXY. Bada boom, we'll check it out on the 4-hour bear div, they say. Let's see. So I actually do see the bear div, right? I mean, you kind of have, you have technical higher highs here on your wicks with your lower highs on your momentum waves, giving you that bear div drop to the downside. And then you had another one right here. Not really that interesting, to be honest with you. You actually have a slight bull div here on the 4-hour as well. It's kind of ugly, but VWAP coming back down. As you guys know, the DXY typically moves inverse to Bitcoin, right? So DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. I've noticed that the correlation is not as tight as it used to be, at least recently. But I would be kind of looking here, right? You do have your green dot looking to print on the daily here. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. So if we are going to get a move up on Bitcoin, we'd probably want to get it in before that before that green dot prints on the DXY here, because it's likely, if that does print, could wind up getting a little dump on Bitcoin. But here's the thing, right? You really want to pay attention more to the money flow here, because it's like the 2-day money flow coming out on the DXY as well. I'll be honest. I used to look at the DXY a lot to kind of get like a second opinion on Bitcoin, right? Or just kind of like look at Bitcoin through another lens. And I haven't really been doing it as much lately, just because it's like not as inversely correlated anymore. It still is, but it's just not as clear as it used to be. But yeah, I definitely see there's a nice little local 4-hour bull div down here. It's kind of wonky. But then your VWAP is coming down. I'd like to see this continue down, right? Money flow's kind of choppy. This is really hard to read right now. Money flow's all over the place. I can't even really take anything away from this, at least confidently. All right, let's see. Shout out to Dave Digital. What is going on, brother? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Now we can start the show. Coming in, flexing that wrench. Let's get it. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Aussie Crypto. Said, smash that like button to get Frankie to the moon. Let's go. Shout out to you, brother. All right. So if you guys want to see your favorite altcoins, go ahead and drop them in the chat right now, and I will take a look at them and see if we could spit some sauce. Like I said, it is me and Mrs. Candle's anniversary, so we are going to try to go out tonight. So we may only take a look at a couple of alts on top of the technical difficulties. Let's see. Let's go back over to Bitcoin real quick. Let's see how we're doing over here. Kind of just bing-bonging around. I'll be honest, guys. Like, this is an ugly grind to the upside. Like, this is just, like, kind of torturous. Especially if you're, like, looking for a short. It's, like, very, very choppy. It's, like, kind of ugly, to be honest. I don't like this price action. This is ugly. I like nice, clean moves. Nice, clean moves. Not this, like, not that ugliness. But anyway, let's see here. Shout out to VW John. Said, let's see CAF. The altcoin or my leg? Shout out to VW John. I think he's talking about my leg. I have no shoes on. You guys want to see? You guys want to see my socks? I'm wearing ankle socks, guys, which apparently are for boomers now. Just get older and older by the day. Shout out to the Cavs, baby. We'll slap them one time for the Mafia. Woo! Let's go. Shout out to Golden. Said posted a couple of messages in chat. If you could read those, that would be awesome. Shout out to Golden. It might be impossible for me to find them, but I will try. Let's see. We read the ones about the Federal Reserve, and I can't go much higher than that, unfortunately. Golden, if you could drop those in the chat. Are you talking about the ones with the Federal Reserve? Shout out to Golden. I think we read that one. I don't see any other ones. But let me know. Drop it in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on it. Let's see. Yo, the Cavs in the chat are insane. Let's see. Yo, Wick589 said, when Golden said, look at him, look at him. Shout out to Golden. Dropping that calf emoji. Let's see. Okay. Golden says last 3 minutes. I can't, like, physically. It stops me from scrolling, unfortunately. So I literally can't scroll back. But if you drop it again, Tony D or Rob the Crypto Snob, if you guys can grab those, grab that chat so we don't lose it, and I will try to keep an eye on it. Shout out to Wick589. But let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Go ahead and drop those altcoins. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes. I will go ahead and start with, I'll go ahead and start with ICP. Bada boom. Come on over to crypto, Binance. And let's see here. All right, so you did get the daily bull div, right? Now, again, taking a look at the higher time frames, this does look a little different than Bitcoin, right? Money flow is in the red, but it is a bit deeper here, which could be potentially looked at as a little bit better than a fresh money flow crossover. Now, 4-day, looking for a fresh money flow crossover. If we do get that, guys, very likely this is going to continue to the downside, even if, put it this way, guys, put it this way. If, let's pull this full Fibonacci retracement. That brings you all the way back up to the value area high. But even if you just pull this local move here, golden pocket, value area low confluence at 102, right? Or, I'm sorry, 102. At $10.16 or $10.20, right? if we got a bigger bounce on the 4-day here into that golden pocket, 786 retracement, that could still be a high probability area to put in a macro lower high and a continuation to the downside. So when we say money flow is crossing over into the red on the 4-day, it doesn't call for an instant move down, right? I think a lot of people sometimes get confused by that, especially if they're new and they don't, understand how money flow works, etc. Indicates a longer term trend. But if you get those bounces to the upside, this is where it's like, what happened? I thought the 4-day was bearish on money flow. Why are we coming up so high? Because that would be, even from here, that would be a 42% pump. This is typically where you see like everybody posting videos. Oh my God, the altcoins, alt season's coming. But a 42% pump after a 72% dump is not the same thing as alt season, right? But, everyone gets super bullish, but little do people know, right? It's likely that you're probably coming up for a macro lower high and more price action to the downside, right? Everyone just sees this move as bullish when in the grand scheme of things are actually just looking more bearish, especially with money flow coming out. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. We'll get back into that in just a second. Shout out to Aussie, said, do you have any COQ ENU on AVAX? They are doing a massive COQ burn. I can't say it out loud. This is a family-friendly show. But shout out to you, brother. I actually do hold some rooster, as I like to call it. I do call some... I do hold some COQ, and apparently they're doing a big burn, as you say. So hopefully that pumps up my COQ. That's a hard one. That is a hard one to get out. But hey, shout out to Golden with another 50 Frankie Candles membership. Golden, wait, what the heck? I have to read your message. You have to send your messages, not more memberships. Shout out to Golden, bro. You are ridiculous, bro. Shout out to Golden, the GOAT. And he didn't even send his message. Golden, send your message. Let me see it, baby. Let me see it. Unbelievable. Literally the most generous person on earth. My man dropping more memberships than there are subs. Shout out to Storming the Castle. Yeah, Golden does not stop. Oh, he said, YouTube filtered my alt account messages. Oh, so I can't see them. They're invisible. We got scanned by YouTube. So what does Golden do? Golden just drops memberships. They ban it. For those of you who don't know, they ban his accounts because he gets like limited on how many gifting memberships he can give away. Shout out to Ayaz says Sony invested $300 million in Japanese artificial intelligence coin Jasmy. Interesting. We can take a look at Jasmy in a minute. Yeah, shout out to Golden. Yeah, WTF YouTube. YouTube's trying to take down our boy. We're not going to let it happen, Golden. We will make alt account after alt account after alt account to keep you up and running on YouTube, bro. Insane. Excuse me. So, with that being said, guys, if we do get a bigger move up here, based off of, to be quite honest with you, 2-day bullish divergence, second yellow X has printed. Typically, the first two yellow X's give you the biggest move down, and then typically you see a reversal. If not, the third and the fourth, even the fifth and the sixth yellow X's typically indicate seller exhaustion. So if this 2-day bull div, although kind of wonky, if that does give you, you got snake eyes here, as Crypto Face would say, on your 2-day as well. So if we do get a bigger move to the upside, we will be looking at this as, until proven otherwise, a lackluster pump to the upside to put a lower high in and continue back to lower prices. Now, what we would want to see if we didn't want to see a rejection like that is we need this money flow on the higher time frames to come back up. But this is why trading is an if this then that statement. We need to get a push up into these levels in order to get to analyze price as we interact with those ranges to see if we're getting any kind of what is money flow looking like at that time. Is it coming back up? Is it continuing out? Does it look really bearish? Are things starting to look like they're turning around? And we simply can't figure that out until we come up into these key levels. All right, let's see. Let's continue on here, and bada boom, let's take a look at our next altcoin, which is going to be, shout out to Rob, the crypto style. Hey, Rob, maybe I might just take, ICP Ondo Arrow. Thank you for that. I will go ahead and replace that pinned comment. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's take a look at Ondo. Ondo. So here we are. We looked at Ondo yesterday. And what we were looking at specifically on Ondo, if I can just get rid of Market Cipher A real quick. Bada boom. Whoops. If we take a look here, yesterday we were looking at this naked value area as key support. And now we have already, well, let's take a look at the 4 hour. That's more of a significant time frame that I typically look at, right? We put that lower low into our key level of support here at about 88 cents with that higher low on our momentum waves, giving us that bullish divergence, which, very likely does give you that bounce to the upside. But didn't really give us that much of a move, right? But now we are printing another green dot. Money flow coming back out. Money flow kind of trying to get back up there. I would like to see this money flow come up a little more aggressively. But fresh 4 hour green dot, 15-minute money flow, not really coming up just yet. Locally, maybe this green dot on the 4 hour with the 4 hour bull div can give you a continued move to the upside. However, these key levels below are still going to remain extremely important, right? Two-day money flow coming to the red, right? Looking to cross over. This would be indicative of a trend to the downside, right? What do trends have? Trends have retracements and lower highs before continuing down. So, again, same sentiment on Ondo here. If we do get a retracement to the upside, which is not impossible based off those local signals I just looked at, we have to be looking at this as a potential area to put in those lower highs and continue back down to lower prices. In which case, if we do end up getting that, the key levels I would be looking at below are going to be the POC at 80 cents and then the value area low sitting at about 73 cents are the two major key levels that I would watch. You have 786 confluence here. This is kind of just a random fib. I don't know why I'd look at that. But these levels all remain the same. POC at 80 cents is key, and then the value area low at 74 cents is also key. So let me go ahead actually and pull this. Let me pull this retracement real quick. Let me actually zoom out here. Yeah, so what happens when we pull? Let's pull this fib real quick. That's going to come completely out of whack. Yeah, so we did also, right? We did also get this 786 retracement here, right? This 786 retracement that we got that bull dip on. You really want to hold above this. Your most important level of support here is 88 cents. If you break below this value area low, it's very likely to call for more downside. And the fact that we put this bull div in at the value area high with the confluence of that 786 does make me feel a little better about getting a little more of a bounce to the upside. But until this money flow looks better, we're looking at it as a lackluster push to the upside. Luckily, a lot of this stuff all looks the same. But I like to give the key levels anywho. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Golden said, I dropped some serious 411 from my alt account, and YouTube just blocked that. Didn't even see it from this main account. WTF. They want us poor. Shout out to Golden. Shout out to Golden, bro. Just dropping that info, getting instantly blocked. And that's how you know Golden has got the sauce. Let's go. But let's see. Darren Does Things. What is going on, brother? Says, Ayaz was spamming a message continually. Shout out to Ayaz. Shout out to Mad Mag Crypto dropping into the muscle. Thank you for getting that membership, bro. I appreciate you. Let's see. We can take a look at With. Let's see. BTC making its way back up. Does not want to go down. Let's see here. Yeah, just wiggling around here. This is like, ugh, God, I hate this price action. Like, this is so grindy. Ugh. Just like these nice quick moves, right? Whoop, whoop. Clean divergences at the value area high. Step down, step down, step down. Nice and clean. This is just, ugh. This is complete and total chop, guys. This is like not what you want to trade here, right? It was like, when I was trying to find my short entry up here, I'll be honest, it's like, it's so choppy. And let's see, did we get the 4 hour red dot yet? No, not yet. 1 hour, not real bearish divergence. 2 hour money flow, cocking back to the upside here. But that red dot is lingering. We'll have to see what happens. Another option that we have here, right? We could potentially come up to swing fail some of these higher wicks, right? The one thing that I don't love about the entry that I took, which was off this local SFP / divergence that we saw, is we still have this other wick up here, right? And honestly, we also have this wick right here, which was not swept, right? So these two SFPs could still be in play, right? If we come up here and potentially swing fail, that could be where you eventually get the move down, or we might just continue up based off that 2-hour money flow, which I'll be honest, did just kind of squeeze itself back to the upside here. This was kind of curving down before, but now it is coming back up, which is interesting, especially as we continue to push up. But we'll have to see what happens. We're going to let that play out. Let's see. Let's see. Yo, 58.4. Shout out to Darren Does Things, literally bringing up that same exact thing. 58.4, which is sitting right here, right? A little bit better for stops, even here, right? Like these two levels are what I would be looking at, right? In which case I would probably just add to my short if I were looking for a position up there. But those two kind of levels, let me redo this. Bada boom, bada bing, right? So these two levels here could be the next place to look at for a rejection if we continue to push up here. We'll have to see what happens. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Golden. Said, Frankie, do not ever let me on your live stream. I would be dropping raw truth, and you would be canceled in 24 hours. Love you and the Candle Mafia. Shout out to Golden, bro. He was just like taking down his accounts one at a time. He was just on a different account. Golden, we should maybe we need to change your name to like Silver or something. I don't know. Shout out to Golden. Something incognito. All right, let's see. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let's continue on. Okay. Let's take a look at Arrow. Diamond. Shout out to Crypto. Shout out to Crypto Paradox. Says Diamond. Yeah, change it to Diamond. Let's see. Take a look at Airdrome on. We'll take a look at it on KuCoin. Bada boom. Actually, let's take a look at it on Coinbase. There we go. This is all old. Man, we ate this all up. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah, you got some respect on these dailies, but this got completely washed out. Look at this. That's insane. So what I'll do here is I will just start completely fresh. It's not often that you just have like all those levels to the downside that just get completely ate through. That's wild. But here we are. I would still, let's see. Shout out to Connor, said, yo, Frankie, would you say there's a big difference between Market Cipher and Lux Algo Money Flow? I would say that, and I'll show you exactly why in a second, Connor. I'll pull that right after I get through this TA, and I will go ahead and show you, right? So as we see here, bada boom, I would kind of hard. Let's pull up some naked points of controls here. Not that there's going to be many left, at least below us. Let's go ahead and grab that horizontal ray. Bada boom. This is a daily naked point of control. Take a look at the weekly as well, actually. Got the weekly sitting up there. Bada boom. And then, yeah, you got quite a bit of weekly naked point of controls up there. But these are the ones that are most close to us, right, or most relevant, in my opinion. And I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to pull your profiles here, right? You could pull a previous profile right here, I would say. It's kind of wonked out, though. Not necessarily, I wouldn't really even be paying attention to that too much anymore. Let me go ahead and pull up the VPVR real quick. Okay, maybe not. VPVR, there we go. So, yeah, I mean, it is kind of in line with this little volume profile. Yeah, like yeah. I would say come on, volume, there you go. Yeah, if you lose these lows, if you lose these wick lows down here, probably on your way to about 26 cents. I would watch this 26-cent level down here as key support. You have another high volume node. You have a little backup below that level as well. Big volume gap down here as well. I'll just mark out some of these more important high volume nodes. Yeah, so these are some important levels to the downside. Let's pull a macro fib here. See where we're sitting at. Yeah, we lost that 786. Not the best sign ever. Yeah, kind of hard to give you the macro here with just the kind of structure that we have here. But let's go ahead and zoom into the lower time frames. Ugh, God, this chart is ugly. It's like hard to read. It's just like this wonked out structure. Very, very weird looking. But Let's pull up Market Cipher real quick, and I will get into that money flow in just a second. Let's see. But yeah, all right. So shout out to Golden with another 50 Frankie Candles memberships. Unbelievable. He will not be stopped. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. Unbelievable, bro. YouTube might ban him, but they ain't shutting him down for good. They ain't stopping those memberships. Shout out to Golden. Just sticking it to the man. Let's go. Drop those golden emojis if you just got a membership. I see them just popping up. Unbelievable, man. Shout out. You get one. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Unbelievable. Everybody, I think there might be all green names in here now. I think everybody in this live stream. Unbelievable. Good job, Golden. Let's go. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. With Aerodrome, I'll be honest, guys. This kind of doesn't look. You got the green dot. Those golden. Me, Golden. Let's go. Unbelievable. How are you not click the like button? Shout out to Simano. Donato Cabrera with a membership. Let's go. Golden Waterfalls. Shout out to Golden Waterfalls, or at least that's what I have to say. Unbelievable. But take a look, guys. Double dots down here. I mean, you have the divergence. Yeah, money flow in the red on the 2-day. 3-day has no money flow to go off of. You do have the 3-day green dot. Oh, yeah, 4-day green dot looking to print. No information on these higher time frames. Hard to call. Key resistance, though, definitely going to be the 61 cent weekly naked point of control, the 71 cent control, and then this daily naked point of control sitting down here at 41 cents is going to be key for you. Other than that, kind of hard to read. Here, just with this wonked out structure. So yeah, that is kind of what I'd be looking at locally on Aerodrome. Run it close. Shout out to Crypto Paradox. Shout out to Golden. Says I don't do picture and I have zero guilt. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. Simano says, is your sound lagging or is it me? It's probably not you. It's probably me. Because this computer, I think, is about to light on fire. It's actually just started, stuttering again. But anyway, yeah, glitching again. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. With that being said, guys, it's really weird. It's kind of hard for me to not think that it is Mrs. Candles messing around with the tech so we can go out for our anniversary. But really quick, the money flow on Market Cipher and Lux Algo out to, I forgot who asked for it. Money different. On Lux Algo and Market Cipher. Now, I typically look at the money flow on Market Cipher to kind of dictate the direction of where price is going to go in the medium to long term. And that is when I mention money flow, I am talking about Market Cipher money flow. If I pull up Lux Algo here, you can see the money flow is different. You can see we came up into the green here on the 4-hour. We're in the green, in the red, in the green, in the red. Now, I will be clear. Different does not mean better or work. I would use them for different things. The money flow on Lux Algo seems to be a bit more reactive, right? So a little bit more responsive to the right, meaning that you'll get more signals, you'll get more money overs into the green and the red, give you more opportunities to leads. However, where you look at Market Cipher, it's a little more of a smooth kind of. You see, on the 4-hour here, Aerodrome, we didn't come into the green, into the green. Here. So when it comes to Market Cipher, that's why I play indicates trend. Once you got that 4-hour money flow crossover here, it started that longer trend to the downside. If you guys want to sign up for Market Cipher, you can check out the link in the description down below and use MCFrank20 as our discount code to save 2%. But then if you pull up Lux Algo, also a channel sponsor as well, it's just a little bit more reactive, right? So it's not one is better or worse. I would say Lux Algo is a little bit more reactive, right? Again, giving you more signals, but it really depends on what kind of trader you are. So they're definitely different. Also, Lux Algo has the money flow threshold, right? So it kind of lets you know where that money flow may be topping out at. Once you cross over this blue line here, you see that money flow wave curved over. And at that point, you were basically ready to start that next drop to the downside. Now, we have tutorials on this stuff on the channel if you guys want to check it out. By the way, Lux Algo, a sponsor of the channel. Shout out to Lux Algo. If you guys want to check out any of their awesome premium indicators, check out the link in the description down below. They do a free 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't make your money back, you can always just get a full refund. But shout out to Lux Algo. And with that being said, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and see if I can fix this computer and go out with Mrs. Candles for our anniversary. Sorry about the short stream. And now I'm just completely frozen, it looks like. There we go. All right, so with all that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully this is all fixed by tomorrow, and we can have a normal stream. But I'm sure Mrs. Candles is in her in the next room like this, rubbing her smelly hands together. So with all that being said, you guys, I could get that move to the upside, and hopefully I won't get stopped out of my short, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep you tomorrow right here, same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Hasta pasta. Golden, keep fighting, brother. And thank you for all the support you give to the channel. Shout out to the Mrs. Candle hands in chat. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them two bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Guys, I didn't smash. I'm just kidding, guys. I didn't smash the computer, though. I swear. It's still alive. It might be a little dented, but it's still alive. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably on a Mac. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go. we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know.